A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to Sunshine Reports. I am Obi Chukwemeka Uti. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa says presentation of 25 Toyota Hilux vehicles to security agencies in the state to assist in the discharge of their duties is a testament to his administration's commitment to strengthen the security architecture of the state. Governor Aiyedatiwa at the presentation ceremony in Akure acknowledged the efforts of late Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu to secure the state, especially his leading role in the birth of the Southwest Security Network, Amotekun Corps. Aiyedatiwa emphasized the need for all security stakeholders and state actors to work together for the ultimate goal of securing lives and property, notwithstanding the differences in security approaches and modus operandi.
This government, under my leadership, thought it imperative to make available these high-grade Toyota Hilux vehicles with a view to engendering excellent performance in the discharge of their security mandate to our people. As you are aware, the late Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, CON, SAN, recorded giant strides and left lasting legacy in the area of security, especially with the frontal role he played in the birth of Southwest Security Network, codenamed Amotekun Corps, and we all know the many successes recorded, particularly with the synergy among all security stakeholders in the state. I therefore remain steadfastly committed to the cause of putting the security and safety of our people first. Since I assumed office as governor, I have consistently emphasized the need for all security stakeholders and state actors to work as one for the ultimate goals of securing lives and property of our dear state, notwithstanding the differences in security approaches and modus operandi. For the good of God, for the good of humanity, through security services that will be provided by the security agencies to our people, I hereby do the official presentation of these 25 numbers of high-grade Hilux vehicles to our security agencies, to the glory of God, in the name of the Father, Amen, of the Son, Amen, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
And that was Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa speaking there at the presentation of 25 Toyota Hilux vehicles to security agencies. Now, towards promoting tertiary education in Nigeria, the federal government has been commended for making the Tertiary Education Trust Fund's Capital Expenditure TED Fund available to tertiary institutions in the country. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, while receiving the House of Representatives Committee on TED Fund at his office in Akure, said the impact of the intervention is enormous. Aiyedatiwa, who reaffirmed his administration's commitment to education development at all levels, hailed President Bola Tinubu for advancing the sector. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole has details.
Members of the House of Representatives Technical Committee on Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TED Fund, were led to the governor's office by the chairman, Princess Miriam Onoha. The visitors applauded the present administration in the state for its strides to advance tertiary education. Princess Onoha said the committee is determined to assist states to access the 500 billion naira domicile fund to improve funding of the sector.
TED Fund projects are always tied to these 12 lines of interventions, which I'll read out shortly: physical infrastructure, entrepreneurship, project maintenance, ICT support, library development, academic staff training and development, institution-based research, publication of journal, conference attendance, manuscript development, equipment fabrication, and teaching practice. So these funds here, once committed to a particular line item, has to be with strict compliance to this very line item. But for the purpose of this accumulation, and pull these funds into the school account and also ensure that once resident with you, they will be deployed accordingly with the new designs that we have done.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, who hailed President Bola Tinubu for his timely intervention in transforming the nation's education sector, assured that tertiary institutions in the state will be accountable while assessing the fund.
What you are doing now is like helping us, helping our institution to access what they're supposed to have gotten and they were unable to access for one reason or the other. I want to thank you for this initiative. And you said this is the first time this kind of committee will be put in place to look for a way to access idle fund that have been provided for in the budget to support the institution, our tertiary institution. And for what I got from that was that for those who appropriated the fund, they have that belief that that fund is needed for the development of our institutions. And if they are unable to access them, definitely it will affect the institution one way or the other.
The governor restated his passion to sustain and improve efforts that promote educational development at all levels and promised adequate cooperation of tertiary institutions in the state towards ensuring a successful assignment.
Conditions, some of them are stringent, which have deprived them one way or the other from accessing those funds. I know by the time you'll be through with the assessment, the report from the field, from various institutions, you'll be able to put a measure in place where some of these stringent conditions can be amended and restructured so that the institution can have access. And I want to assure you that our institutions, they will cooperate with you fully. Even the one they have access, and trust them. If you want to know how they have spent it, they will bring out the books. You will see them. They're very
In an interview, a member of the committee representing Agogo North East and Northwest Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Ife Ehindero, said plans have been concluded to ease the process of accessing the funds.
The purpose of the visit is to ensure that the unaccessed funds that is domiciled at the CBN for TET fund for the institutions in Ondo State, which the technical committee is to fast track the access to these funds so that the funds can be put to good use to help to develop ICT, to help to develop the infrastructure, to help with academic staff training and development, and other things that are supposed to be domiciled or that are supposed to help to improve our tertiary institutions.
The House of Reps Technical Committee on TET Fund is on oversight visit to Ondo State to discuss the unassessed intervention from 2017 to 2023. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
In the meantime, members of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU, and the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, NASI, have staged a nationwide protest across various campuses of public universities in the country to place demand for the immediate release of their withheld salaries, among other requests. Osrc's Joy Pius weighs the demands of the protesting university workers.
The varsity unions exist to ensure that their members are not maltreated and to provide a forum for participation in the towards the federal government. University
that this only a section of the university was paid. That is, the teaching staff were paid, and they left the non-teaching staff unattended to. We have written a series of letters to call the attention of government to this week on Thursday that government should do the needful. But they kept on promising. And we said enough is enough. We can no longer tolerate, we can no longer guarantee industrial peace in Nigerian universities if the government fails to do the needful.
Beyond outstanding payments of salaries, the refusal of the federal government to remove them from the IPPIS is another cause for members of the Non-Academic Staff Union, NASU, and Senior Staff Association of Nigeria Universities, SANU, to proceed on the protest running simultaneously across public universities in Nigeria. The protest followed the expiration of a 2-week ultimatum handed by the two bodies to the federal government in June. It was calm at the Adekunle Ajasin University, Akungba Akoko, though in solidarity with their federal counterparts. There were no protests on the campus.
I believe that government should be able to respond to their demands and agitations in respect of that outstanding salaries, because ASU equally came up with their own threats that they will be going on strike, that the university will be shut down, and government responded. They attended to them. So I believe they will also attend to the non-teaching staff in the various universities also.
The demands are clear. Payments of the outstanding 4-month salaries on the university workers say they will not back down until the federal government grants their demands. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
Away from education, the backlogs of gratuity arrears owed retirees in Ondo State will soon become a thing of the past. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, during the flag-off ceremony of the second batch of bulk payment of outstanding gratuities to local government retirees in the state, said his administration is reviewing the template for the payment. Aiyedatiwa, who restated his commitment to the welfare of retirees and residents of the state, promised to make the payment periodic while speeding up the clearing of the backlogs. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole reports that the sum of 1 billion naira was disbursed to the
That sums up the mood of 2012 local government retirees in Ondo State, following the decision of Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa to pay their outstanding gratuities. For many years, the people had hoped for a day like this, and this moment is defining.
Thank you, sir.
For the commissioner in charge of local government and chieftaincy affairs, Amidu Takuro, the event was a testament to the commitment of Governor Aiyedatiwa to bring an end to the hardship being faced by senior citizens after many years of meritorious service.
Almost a year ago, you called us that the surveillance of our pensioners that is creating a lot of disaffection in your hearts, that you want
Ondo State Head of Service, Mr. Bayo Philip, who pointed out the challenges associated with payment of arrears of gratuity, described the governor's action godly and divine.
In this sustained instrument, pensioners, both at the local and the state level, we want this soon be fully settled.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, who renewed his determination to making life more worth living for inhabitants of the state, said no efforts will be spared to promote the welfare of retirees and residents of the state. Aiyedatiwa, who noted the need to review the template for payment of outstanding gratuities, said the process is guided by transparency, fairness, and equity.
This particular badge will also be wholly settled. Today's event, therefore, is the continuation of a renewed process of periodic payment of the backlog of unpaid gratuities to our senior citizens. To our administration, the welfare of our retirees is non-negotiable.
The governor congratulated the beneficiaries and advised them to use the resources judiciously, with a promise to make the payment periodic.
By this, we are changing that narrative. It is not until you are connected. It is not until you know those who are in the corridor of power. You have patiently waited to this time and today.
Expressing his gratitude, the state chairman of the Nigeria Union of Pensioners, Mr. Johnson Oshunyemi, noted the great impact the payment will have in the lives of the retirees. He thanked the governor for putting smiles on the faces of the senior citizens. The event also featured special prayers for Governor Aiyedatiwa and his administration. Some of the beneficiaries appreciated the governor for changing their narratives for better. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
The Progressive Women for Aiyedatiwa Adelami 2024 have been applauded for mobilizing support for the APC ahead of the governorship election in the state. Receiving the Women's Support Group in his office, Deputy Governor of Ondo State, Olaide Adelami, thanked the group for spreading the Aiyedatiwa
The group was led to the governor's office by Special Assistant to the Governor on Women Mobilization, Mrs. Bayo Aino, and the Director General, Mrs. Oluwatoyin Obalemo. Ondo State's Deputy Governor, Olaide Adelami, appreciated the women for making the achievements of the administration known to the general public.
I remember when the women, when they called Mr. Governor, we were both together at the conference hall to receive them. And when the president was talking, he was trying to emphasize that yes, they are market women, but they are well read. They have professionals among them. That mobilize other women. But today we have professional lawyers, professional personnel. I've been seeing many of those different professionals coming to identify the qualities and to develop. So I want to thank you. Not only professionals you are also using your resources, to promote the party.
He assured them that government would continue to do everything humanly possible towards ensuring that women are carried along in the various programs and policies of this administration.
We are encouraged by your efforts, and I also understand you are well represented. I also assure you of our support. I know the SA mobilization is having a program, mobilization program on Saturday. Okay. At least we will show our presence at least to
In her introductory remarks, Aino said members of the group are referred to as ambassadors and from different socio-economic backgrounds.
We'll be here to do the presentation and to let you know that we'll be having a summit, women's summit, on Saturday, tagged Women in Politics, Challenges and the roles, the future. Of experience, both women at home, women in the shop, women in the market, and women that are doing their professional jobs.
She stated that the group has members in the 203 wards of the state and has designed various programs to further canvass and mobilize people to vote for APC in November 16 governorship election. Mrs. Aino hinted that the group will on Saturday hold an event that will bring together women in politics from within and outside the state as a means of mobilizing more people for the victory of APC in the forthcoming election.
As part of activities lined up for the 2024 Second Day celebration, the Iralepo Oba Oluwagbemiga Ojo has paid a visit to Ondo State Radio Division Corporation. The Isiko monarch will lead the Iralepo in council and promotion of indigenous culture. Osrc Saida Ribisala reports that Oba Oluwagbemiga Ojo was received by the chairman, Mr. Kunle Adebayo, and his team.
It's a grand arrival of the Iralepo in Council to the headquarters of Ondo State Redivision Corporation. The visit of the monarch, Oba Oluwagbemiga Ojo Aruwolase III, and his retinue of chiefs, as well as his cabinet members, marked an epical moment for the state-owned stations. Oba Oluwagbemiga Ojo exchanged pleasantries with the chairman Osrc and went on to commend the leadership and staff of the corporation for quality broadcasting. The Iralepo said the position of Osrc to propagating cultural values and development contributed to his decision to visit and inform the management of the 2-week-long activities.
Giving correct information to the people. We came to commend them and to intimidate them about their plans for the forthcoming second day that will be coming up on the 20th day, majorly.
Osrc chairman Kunle Adebayo described the royal visit as commendable, appreciating the monarch and the Second people for supporting Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa's development initiatives.
It's the first royal visit of any monarch to our facilities in the last 7 years. Any monarch of a first-class standing, and it came with the full paraphernalia of this tour. And so we felt very happy, very excited to have received that caliber of royal father who has come to say thank you to us, who has come to appreciate our service to the community, who has come to thank us and to show solidarity with us. It's a big part at the back for us to do even more.
After the boardroom engagement, Mr. Adebayo conducted the Raleigh in Council to the studio of Orange 94.5 FM, where the monarch featured on the program.
I want to use this to invite all sons and daughters of Sikon, both and diasporas are at home, to come home their numbers to partake in this very special event. You know, it will not come up every year. It's once in 3 years.
Oluwagbemi Ojo also visited the Sunshine 96.5 FM studio, where he spoke on how Isikon came to be.
Isikon jẹ́ ìlú tí Ọlọ́run fún rẹ̀ tó dá sí orílẹ̀-èdè ayé. Oníkọ̀ ẹni tó dá Isikon sílẹ̀ náà pè ní ọ̀bàrà. Ọ̀bàrà yìí awo ni lóde ọ̀run.
Isikon Day 2024 will feature health outreach, empowerment of indigenes, celebration of individuals who have contributed to the town's development.
He has advised residents of Akure against exposing themselves to the present harsh weather conditions to avoid contracting diseases. The Director, Medical Laboratory Services, Ondo State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Bankole Adeyemi, made the plea while speaking with Osrc reporter in Akure. Tosin Adebowale has more.
Daunia daily temperature has been relatively low in Akure, the state capital, for the past couple weeks, despite scattered downpours. This usually comes with cold, catarrh, pneumonia, diarrhea, malaria, and waterborne diseases, which are illnesses associated with the rainy season. A medical expert, Dr. Bankole Adeyemi, highlights the diseases associated with the cold weather, encouraging residents to invest in durable and portable rain gear.
Pneumonia is caused by even though it's curable, but the mortality rate from it is sometimes very, very high. Sometimes if it is, there's tendency to leave many food uncovered. So cholera is another disease that we need to watch out for, and which can be prevented with good personal hygiene, keeping our food covered, warm your food, don't give your family cold food. When they are going to school in the morning, make sure their food are warm. Time like this, we have catarrh caused by catarrhella, which is very, very rampant. Cold, normal flu. You also need to avoid damp area, take fresh air, and make your room ventilated. This is time to watch what your children wear, what you wear, what your teenagers are.
Preventive measures also implored residents to make sure there's no stagnation of rainwater, as the puddle will encourage breeding of mosquitoes.
There is continuous rainfall, bushes are growing up, and this also constitutes breeding place for malaria parasite, for mosquito, which normally transmit malaria parasite. So you want to keep your bush around your house, around your vicinity down, keep them low, or you remove them at a time like this. Avoid stagnant water. You know, mosquito is not only malaria they transmit. We have different type of mosquito that transmit other type of fever, which could constitute significant health damage to the family. So you do a lot of good to your family and to yourself when you keep your house free from mosquito breeding space.
Osrc News.
And with that call to action, we round off Sunshine Reports. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.